Welcome guys. So we opened the kit in the last video. Today we're going to make the kit, at least the first part of it, okay? So what we can do is we can get it into the fermenter. It takes about 10 days in the fermenter to let the yeast do its thing. Let's get that gravity down, convert those sugars. This particular kit with the malt extract, it's easier than breathing, I'll show you. Now for the last 15-20 minutes what I've been doing is using, first of all, something like a simple washing up liquid, dishwash liquid. Give all your stuff a really good scrub with hot water. I fixed the little spigot, little tap, the stick-on thermometer. It's been cleaned extremely well, and the other thing, what we've done is, in your kit you get the no rinse sanitizer. Now this is very good. I haven't opened that. I don't use it simply because I've got another product which is very similar to Star San. This is Total San, same thing. It's a no rinse sanitizer. I do rinse. I don't like all that foam going into my alcohol, whether it's spirit or beer. So everything is very, very clean. Something else I've got I'll show you, which is this. Pick this up. It's a 20-litre like fish bin, if you like. When I finished with my Star San, I chucked it all in there, simply because I can put my airlock in there. I've got a steering paddle, got my big, what would you call that, tube for the thermometer, or hydrometer I should say. Scissors are in there as well. Remember, everything that you're going to use, it needs to be extremely clean. However, I'll just grab a tea towel. The first thing you need to do when you're thinking about making a homebrew on the day, it takes a very short amount of time really, but that is, you got to drink a homebrew, right? So I've got one here. The problem with this one is it's only been 8 days carbonating with 2 carbon drops in the bottle. So yeah, may not have much carbonation, but we're going to give it a go because we're on video. Woo! Now we have to force a bit of a head on this. All right. This is a summer ale. You can see it's nice and clear. Not much of a head. Didn't expect much of a head simply because the carbonation hasn't had time to take effect, but it's going to give me a good appreciation of what the beer's like. It's nice. It's nice. A little more carbonation. It's going to be a great summer beer. Sorry. In fact, that's what it is. It's a summer ale. Okay. It's a Mangroves Jacks. That's going to be good. Now, the whole thing. Why are we doing this, right? Some people do it because beer is expensive. Others have their reasons. I do it as a hobby. I go down, I buy a beer, no problem buying beer. But it's like a friend of mine, Jesse, he owns a channel called Still It, and one of his catchphrases is chasing the craft, and for me it's chasing perfection. I've been distilling vodka for 5 years. My last batch, I can say it was, in my opinion only, okay, in my opinion it was as good as Ciroc or Snow Queen or something like that. It was pure, smooth, soft vodka. A high-end premium vodka. Now that took a long time to learn how to get there, but I've got there. Same with beer, okay? This is a very, very basic kit, but we can use this as the base model if you like. So if you like this beer, we can work on that. Then some of the next videos we can do a mini mash. We can start milling our own grain, steep some grains for an hour, 65 degrees, and then we can boil some hops, we can get them introduced into the wort, and the end result is a custom beer that you like, okay? So there's a lot to learn, there's a lot of things to do. First of all, let's get to it. This isn't going to take long at all. Okay, we've got the jug just boiled. I'm going to take that, chuck it into my thermometer. You don't have to be that accurate, whatever your kettle holds, right? Liter and a half. This is going to make 23 liters of beer, or 6 US gallons. I'm in New Zealand, guys, sorry. I go metric. Also, I should say New Zealand, you need to check where you are, but in New Zealand, all of this is perfectly legal. I've got 2 stills. I've got a small still, I've got a big still. I make rum, whiskey, vodka, gin, beer, all perfectly legal. I can't sell it, but I can drink it myself. I can let my mates have it, etc., etc. So, both of these have to go in. Where's my scissors? Sanitized scissors. Sanitize everything. The dog's around, sanitize the bloody dog. Something I have, Star San, all right? It's in this. You can hit it with that anytime. So if you drop a spoon on the floor, give it a quick rinse and bang, 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 hit it. Real easy, be super clean, be OCD clean with this stuff, and it'll treat your beer really well, okay? Oh, sorry, one other thing. Where is it? I know I have something else in here. Yep. One of these, just a little spatula, a little straighty spatula. It's good for the inside of the bag, okay? Oh, this is sticky stuff. You know this is gonna be sticky stuff. Oh, you've seen the tins, look at that. Oh my God, it's like toffee coming out of a bag, eh? Gloop, absolute gloop. But good gloop, right? I joined a few forums on beer, and that first video, you know, I put it up and it says, look guys, I'm going to run these videos. If you see anything that I'm doing wrong, hit me up, let me know. Now, just realized I've done something wrong, haven't I? I haven't had left over some hot water in the kettle to rinse this. Idiot. No matter. I'll just squeeze it out as best I possibly can. I'd actually nearly prefer the tin because you can rinse the tin out much easier. The other thing I've been looking at, there's a few hints that tell you should only maybe go to, that's like treacle, honey, lovely. Some of the forums say you should only go to about 20 liters because it gives you slightly more body in the beer. Today we're not going to do that. Let's follow the instructions. It also says sometimes you should use 2 sachets of yeast, not 1, because again it's going to give that much more body to the beer. I don't know. We'll try it. We'll try it like this. Simple kit. Woo! More gloop. Actually looks like the same stuff, to be honest. Very, very similar. We'll squeeze that in. The other thing you can do is to raise the alcohol a little bit. I think this is about a 4.8%, which is fine. If you wanted a 5.5 or a 6% beer, you could put, you know, half a kilo or a quarter of a kilo of dextrose or corn sugar for you guys in the States, you know, which would enhance the ABV. All right. Now, my big spoon. Also handy to have a 3-liter water jug. Makes it very, very easy just to you know, transfer the water in there. There we go. And now we're going to fill it up. We need to watch our temperature as well. We're aiming for between 20 and 24. Some of them will allow you to go up to 28, but I think somewhere around, you know, 25 is fine for the yeast. The yeast will tell you, the pack will tell you. I haven't looked, I will. Now, that's just enough to allow us to give it a nice stir. You do want to give it a good stir too, because you want to oxygenate it a little bit. Yep. Okay, so we'll keep doing that. Some people have very elaborate systems where they have a hose connected up so they can just dump a hose, or one of these ones that comes across and you just pump it down and pump the water in. This is my wife's kitchen, if you know what I mean. Can't be doing too much. Saying that, I've got to tell you, you've got that particular angle on the camera. Where that's coming from is one of these with a vodka wort, if you like, with an arm which holds the camera sticking straight up and then looking down. So I've got another brew sitting on a heat mat at the moment. It's also Father's Day today, so happy Father's Day to me. Very lucky winning the kit from Hierarchy Brewing Company, or Home Brewing I should say. They're at Unit 11, Piermark Drive on the North Shore if you're anywhere in the vicinity. Especially if, you know, you want any knowledge or you want to ask a question, it is the place to go. Jason and Tiffany, they'll help you out. Fantastic people, lots of knowledge to share. Or you can make a comment. If you do want a question, you want to make a question, just leave a comment. If I don't know, I've got a wealth of people that can help. And I will come back to you. Okay, where are we? Done. Now, another really good stir. Now, one thing that I have picked up simply because I find it a lot easier, and I don't find the thermometer on the side of these things very reliable, is a digital thermometer. It's just like that. Pop it in the star sign. Sanitizer, make sure it's nice and sanitized before you stick it in your beer. All right, so let's chuck it in there and see what it says. This is telling me around 20. This is telling me 20, which is absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. One thing I could have done better, to be honest, is I could have taken it to around about 18 litres instead of 23 in the first go. That would have allowed me to adjust the temperature, hot or cold, depending, all right? But that's it. We now have the yeast. The scissors. All right. Chop that off, and we sprinkle the yeast. Some people will do a lot of stirring. You give it a little stir if you wish. It's not that important to me because the thing's going to work anyway. But let's just give it a little bit of a kick around. All right. Find a little bit of oxygen into the wort. And you get your airlock. I'll just rinse it as well. It's got soap in there. Okay, a little bit of water in the airlock. That'll do. Now, make that nice and tight so it's slightly unbalanced. It is, which means we've got a good tight seal, which is important. Put your lid on the airlock. As the yeast does its work, it's going to push CO2 gases up through. There needs to be a way for those to escape. So they're going to come up this pipe, they're going to push down on this side of the water, and it's going to eventually allow a bubble to come through, which is escaping gas, and out. Nothing can get in, so it's protected. That's it. What I'll do in the next day or so is just take a snapshot of what's happening. Hopefully in about 24 hours this is going to go going crazy. It's going to take 10 days before we can wash, sanitize, sterilize our bottles. We might clear the beer first. I'll show you how to do that, and then we'll bottle, and then we have to wait a little longer. But I hope you've enjoyed this. As I say, it's as easy as breathing. What that take, about 16-minute video, so hey, about probably 12 minutes of practical stuff. The rest I'm just talking rubbish and drinking beer. This needs carbonization, to be fair, but it's quite a tasty beer. If it was rubbish, I would tell you. Till next time, cheers guys, and we'll see you in the next part.